Yeah, she's looking good.
Yeah, the guy that gave me the sticker, he's more relaxed. You know, he has his he makes his food on the barbecue. Actually, he was the one that got me to get my grill. I didn't have a grill when I first moved here, and I seen him cooking on his grill, and I says, "Oh, I got to get one of these grills." So then I got this new grill or whatever. But yeah, he likes to sit back and kick back. He gave me a sticker. Where is he? Where's the sticker? Oh, I showed the sticker today or yesterday. And that's a pretty expensive sticker. It looks better than it looks. I don't know. It looks resembling to the tattoos, but I'm gonna get some more work done on the tattoos. It's sooner. It's coming soon. But I remember when I remember when I first see this tattoo needs hit again. It looks great, but the yellow needs hit again and yada yada. So we'll see. We'll see. I know everybody's sort of relaxing. He just did a bunch of tats, like just did. And I know how it is because I was going through one of those times after I got my arm, after I got both my arms or whatever. I would just wanted to take a break. But it doesn't look too bad. Red Baron, that's his beer company or whatever. That's the guy's beer company. He's got like a craft beer company. Yeah, so I learned a lot from my neighbors. When I first started meeting neighbors and whatnot in the buildings, I met one guy named Jack, and he was at Royal Legion Branch 213 or 223. I don't know what it is. Anyways, and he wrote books. So it's good to see. It's motivational for me because I'm a little bit younger. Some say a lot younger, some say a little bit. It's really generally actually just a little bit younger if you look at it in the great reality of things. And he wrote this one book, not this book. I think it was he wrote the one they made the movie off of, The Green Mile. The Green Mile. He's the screenwriter for The Green Mile. He lived in my auntie's building, and he's got the book or whatever. So that motivated me a lot. It was like, okay, so and so's getting the royalties and all that from writing books and all that. And then he gets also his disability pension. It was just the way that he did it, the way that he set it up, the way that he had agreed on with the country. And when I seen you could do that, that showed me a lot because I've heard a lot about service and all that. Like Tom Hanks, he's in the Green Mile. Some people would say Tom Hanks is a soldier, and some would say he's just an actor. But I wanted to be something like a Tom Hanks. But I knew I wasn't going to be. Tom Hanks was something great. But one thing I was good at that started making big money was these voiceovers. Just showing the screen and what's on it, and then the voiceovers. Kind of like a documentary, internet documentary, sort of. No one ever did it sort of in that form factor. But Tom Hanks was somebody that I looked up to. Look at this. He's even got he was he got some sort of award from President Obama. And the thing is, me and Obama have worked together so much. That's what some people don't understand about me and Mr. Obama. We've been working together since 2008, and much of Obama's family. Then Donald Trump took the office, and then me and Obama got a little bit heated or whatever. It happens. You know how long me and Obama have been working together? It's been like over 10 years. But Obama says it's time to slow down, and he's right. He's the adult. He says, Thomas, you got everything you pretty much need. Hold on to it. Have a glass of wine. I never go for a bottle of wine. I've never appointed any of my, well, that was years ago. I did. I should be refraining from wine, but wow, did that look good, that glass of wine that they were enjoying. Here's Tom Hanks. They're in a theater. Obama, Michelle, Barack, and everything. And then you got Hanks, Tom. You got the theater. I've been in a theater like this in Kentucky. When I went to Kentucky. Yeah. It's like, yeah. Yeah. Look at this picture. He reminds me a lot of my friend Jeremy, who, congratulations, Jeremy. He's now an official teacher, I'm hearing, in Texas. My friend Lutner, man, that makes me want to start crying about, but I do enough crying. Jeremy. I remember when he was in college. Me and him spent well, I never went to Texas. Hey, Jeremy is such a character. His family even paid for my flight out to Texas. Unfortunately, I never went out to Texas that time. And I do forget about that. Yes, Jeremy paid for StacksAMilli to go to Texas. But it wasn't enough, I felt like, to go to Texas. I didn't feel secure. He bought me a one-way ticket to Texas, and there was no return flight, and yada yada. So it wasn't like that either. Where it's like, hey, you covered his. No, he didn't cover that. He basically said, hey, come out to Texas to hang out. And he bought the plane ticket, and I was never able to go out, and he never even got a refund on that ticket. He just sort of let that ticket go. And I never knew how important that would have been. Because, hey, there was something going on with his family at the time. He had said his aunt was sick. And my mom said, hey, if his auntie's sick like that, you have to watch because you never know with organs and stuff. And there's only a one way over there. There's no back or whatever. So I didn't end up going. But then after that, we spent like a whole year playing video games or whatever. Before then, we played a lot of video games. But I know Jeremy, because Jeremy was going to college. But anyways, Jeremy finished his college after years. He went to college for years, many different subjects. He's one of the smartest in the world, in America. Where is Jeremy? I got to bring him up on Facebook, I guess. But he's big into, what was he into? That petroleum engineering. I don't know what he's teaching now. But when I knew him, he was doing the petroleum engineering. Yeah, I spelled the petroleum wrong. He was learning a lot about that. So then what happened is I had some older video where I talked about Jeremy. And then one of his students left a comment on my video and said, hey, that's my teacher, Jeremy Lutner. And I was like, oh my gosh, Jeremy's now a teacher. And then it all came to me. He must have finished his high school, no, not his high school, his college. He went to college. Like, man, he's got so many degrees. He's very smart, that Lutner. All right. Look at these ones. Petroleum engineer tells management to drill baby. He's a lot richer than me. Let's just keep it at that. He's a lot richer than me. He's part of one of the banking companies that I always wanted to be a part of. They are, or whatever. or like they're part of like or not part of the banking company, but they are. Like okay, they love their Wells Fargo. Love their Wells Fargo. They're not part of the company or whatever, but they bank with Wells Fargo. And hey, you can talk about that. I think I heard like Warren Buffett's with Wells Fargo or something too. And I've always been a big fan of Wells Fargo. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Let's see if we can bring these any bit. Yeah, there. Bring this. And I've seen his Wells Fargo account, but I don't think that's any. Wells Fargo. The history of Wells Fargo. The history of Wells Fargo. I mean, I don't know. The history of Wells Fargo. It started out. It was like one of the first ones to do mail and all that, or something like that. And money transfers, transfers of money and all that, and goods. Yeah, that's my father, John Slote. When Banner ads roam the earth. What's it called? This is from May 1915. It explains Wells Fargo's reach across the U.S. 120,000 miles of transportation lines. They have a lot of highways in the United States. Yeah, that's the thing about the United States. They have a lot of highways, a lot of train, railways, and Fargo was one of the was they're like almost like a Trump. Well, no, they're just like a Trump. The name Trump that it's hold on a minute. Yeah, the Fargo Way, night and day. Wells Fargo and Company Express. The Fargo Way refers not only to the promised speed of delivery, as this 1915 night and day banner indicates, but also the secure and careful handling of business with customers. Many successful artists got their start designing commercial illustrations for Wells Fargo and other companies before their careers took off, including Edward Hopper. The American realist painter began his career creating commercial art for Wells Fargo. Likewise, Adolf Treidler, an artist known for his illustrations, posters, commercial art, and wartime propaganda, began his career as a commercial illustrator for Wells Fargo. A lot of people right now, it's welcome to the world. Go the Fargo way. Once 32 days, now 4 days. And now it's even quicker. Now you got instant and daily. This banner, created circa 1914, advertised the speedy deliveries customers could count on. Content of the banner advertisements varied. Some advertised the company's reliable service, also known as the Fargo Way. A newspaper in Logan, Utah described the Fargo Way as the personal, safe, and quick transportation of express packages. Other ads described Wells Fargo's rapid transportation, promising to deliver a package that used to take 32 days to travel across the country in only 4 days. While the wagon was the main mode of express delivery for decades, uh, they had that wagon. That's what they're famous for too. It wasn't just this truck. That truck came after. It was this wagon. They had the wagons by abundance. They started. It was a company. They started and then they had. Oh, it was just as big as your big. companies like a FedEx, it was even more classy. What have you. And then they grew into this other Wells Fargo when it comes to the security and the banking and everything. Let's see. While the wagon was the main mode of express delivery for decades, after 1910, Wells Fargo made the switch to specialty trucks, requiring a new way to attach the banners with a larger amount of space available on a truck. Uh, the banners were framed and glued on the side. Oh, I heard about that one. They had wooden frames on the side of their trucks. Something nice to look at. It wasn't just some decal that's been thrown on the side of the truck. They had the wooden frame. It looked like a painting. It was something spectacular to look at. It was something that you could tell a man made for everybody to look at. It wasn't just some cheesy thing. Before commercials, radio ads, or even social media campaigns, wagon banners were an important advertising tool for Wells Fargo. Larger, bolder, and more decorative than ads in the local newspaper. The banners of the 1910s became a symbol of the company and the fast, reliable express delivery service it provided. Our traveling billboards. With reins in hand and traveling billboard posted on the side, a wagon driver is ready to deliver express packages in 1915. That's over 100 years ago. 107 years ago. That's all right. Wells Fargo. Let's check out some more. Uh, Colbert. Is he a Wells Fargo customer or client? Client? Because it is kind of like that in banking. It's like you put it in there and spaghetti. Hashtag Latina worth. I was talking about the Latin Kings and how Donald Trump's destroyed them earlier. But then I was like, hey, didn't one of those Trump women wasn't she dating a Latin king? And then I was like, hey, some of them aren't too bad. They look like they're big into the Latin pride. But then at the same time, I said it could be where Latin pride goes too far. Fargo, an FX original series. Ugh. Not anymore. I'm doing all right. Like Wells Fargo, they're doing all right. I think that used to be their slogan. We're doing all right. Wells Fargo Arena. Winter Muskemall or something. There is so much history to this Wells Fargo. And it all started with Jeremy Lutner, too, though, nowadays. Let's bring up Jeremy since we were congratulating him still. Jeremy Lutner. Angelo State University he went to, I guess, or works at. I'm not sure where he works. I think he works at a high school or something. I think he works at a high school. Because Jeremy Lutner is the um, teacher. Jeremy could even be the president one day. Honestly, I would like Jeremy to be the president, or his father would make a good president. That was when Jeremy was much younger. Much younger. Now Jeremy, he's more like this. He even goes out snowboarding. And I never thought Jeremy would ever go out snowboarding. He lives in he's so down to earth though. Jeremy's so down. Hey, listen. They're worth so much money, it's unbelievable. They don't have to. It's not like that. It was all about numbers and it was all about fairness and it was all about kindness with the Lutners. It wasn't about just how much numbers they have in their account. They're very generous, but at the same time, they know like reality. Like they have no problem holding parties and all that, or having get-togethers where everybody's sort. You know what I mean? Or little this, that's, and the others. But that's their determination. That's their determination, and that's not what this video's about. It was about Wells Fargo. Yeah, Jeremy's dad was like that too, but I never seen him wear the Minnie Mouse shirt. Want to get into Jeremy's dad for a minute? University of Houston. He went to Texas and A&M for the petroleum engineering. That's when I talked to him. And then that's when he lived in College Park or whatever. That was where Ludacris is from. That's I remember the first thing I said when he said he was from or that he was in College Park. I said, "Is that the same College Park in Houston that Ludacris raps about?" And it was. But Jeremy's College Park or whatever was not Ludacris's College Park. Jeremy would help out a lot of people over in College Park. I remember specifically one boy used to go over to Jeremy's house. I used to be on the computer with Jeremy, right? And me and Jeremy, I wasn't as wealthy as Jeremy, but I had started to make some wealth with internet marketing. So I was just on there, we were eating and all that. And he used to have people come over sometimes. Like Jeremy's extremely wealthy. When I say, listen, like over $10 million wealthy. And um, Jeremy used to be there in College Park and he used to like feed people and all that. He would buy so many bottles or whatever, Jeremy would. He was like this guy in College Park. And he would always have this thermos cup and he would go to the liquor store and he would buy 8 bottles of this and like big bottles. Yeah, Jeremy. That's when he was drinking. He don't drink no more. Now he's sober. He's a teacher. But he had his time in College Park because everybody wanted to have there's DJ Holiday in College Park at the at the bowling balls. Jeremy sent me the money to come out to College Park, but I was like, dude, I don't know. Keaton wanted me to go to Waco, but there was no return ticket. I think that's when Luda was going to sign me. He was like, you know what, get this Canadian down to Texas. I don't know, but he sent me money and they got me a plane ticket to go down to Texas. But then my mom warned me. She's like, don't go down to Texas because you don't got no return ticket or nothing. It wasn't like millions of dollars. He only sent me like 200 and something dollars spending money and it was $850 plane ticket. But I wanted to do my Canada thing, man. I just got out of Tennessee. I just got out of Tennessee at the time. What's this called? Yeah, Ludacris always talks about College Park, and then there's a College Park in Atlanta too. It was part of that growing pains and all that. There's like a train station out in College Park or something like that. No, I don't know. I don't know. That might be somewhere else. Anyways, but that's where Jeremy was, College Park. But he was at Texas A&M University. Jeremy didn't see that side of College Park, really. That Ludacris. He was here. Jeremy was here. And I got to hear his rebuttals when he got home. And those were like very expensive rebuttals that no one else would be able to get. Let me see. There it is, Texas A&M University. San Antonio. Let me see. I think there's a couple different Texas A&Ms. He went to the one for petroleum engineering. I don't know actually, or it's just one big one. I'm not sure. Okay, you tell me. I'm learning at the same time that this video is. Listen, he went to Texas A&M. See, University at Qatar. He actually went to the actual university. Some people just learn Texas A&M on the computer. Jeremy went to the university for many, many years, and then he moved on to University of Houston. I remember that, and that's when Jeremy and me started to part ways. Was when he went to the University of Houston. He said Stacks or Tom. Yeah, he called me Stacks. I'm going to the University of Houston. My dad and it was a good thing. But I remember when I stopped talking to Jeremy, but I knew it was in Jeremy's best interest. I didn't know if Jeremy was ever going to finish. He had so many years to complete. Then he did a significant amount of time over at University of Houston. He got out of College Park. He went over to Houston. And he did great in Houston from what I'm sure of. And he did great in Texas. He did very good at Texas A&M. The whole thing was productive. They used to say, oh, he met that Stacks guy, but it ended up being productive. See, these are videos about it. Everything Jeremy did was productive or whatnot. Same with me. So he went over here to University of Houston. That's where that NBA Youngboy's from, is Houston. Now NBA's living up in Utah. That's an awesome, awesome move. Everyone thinks that was a great move for NBA. Yeah, but I don't think like I said, he finished at University of Houston. He finished at A&M, and then he was at Angelo State. No. Studies, so then after he learned his mechanical engineering, his petroleum engineering, he went and got education because they needed teachers. Angelo State University. So then he went to Angelo State to learn about, education. Oh, I accidentally do it all the time. Then he learned about he's on to being a teacher with, he went over to, hold on a minute. Where am I? Angelo State. I wanted to click that. Then he went to Angelo State. To get a teaching degree? I didn't know. And then the student, not a bad thing. He's a very lucky student to be with Jeremy. Listen, Jeremy could be a teacher for now. Jeremy could be a teacher for a long time. The fact is, Jeremy's highly valuable. So anybody that gets to learn from Jeremy as a person should be very gracious. Just like I'm very gracious, I got to learn from, say, Mr. Garrison in Tennessee. And he was just my middle school teacher. And Mrs. Terry. And they were in Tennessee, but it wasn't college, university. But hey, I know how far a teacher can go. I was never, Jeremy's a lot higher up than I am right now. And I think he will be forever. He will be forever, that Jeremy. I don't think I'll ever be able to save up how many millions they have. But I'm going to be something big myself. I'm going to be something big. I got to learn from Jeremy too. Jeremy was a lot older than me. Jeremy must be almost close to 40, getting close to 40 now. Because I'm 28. Jeremy, when I knew Jeremy, I was 18 years old. Jeremy was 28. So Jeremy must be 38, 37, 36. I love Jeremy. Shout out to Jeremy. What song are we going to play? My Chick Bad? No. What's a good one for Jeremy? Too Fast, Too Furious? He loves. I got a couple good songs coming up, believe it or not. I just have to mix them. Jeremy loved this Too Fast, Too Furious, and he loved that Paul.
Too furious. I'm too fast for y'all, man. Too fast. Too furious. Oh, I'm too fast for y'all. Oh, you just came home from doing a bid. Tell me what you gon' do. Act a fool. Somebody broke in and cleaned out your crib. Boy, what you gon' do? Act a fool. Just bought a new pair and they scuffed your shoes. Tell me what you gon' do. Act a fool. Now them cops trying to throw you in them county blues. Boy, what you gon' do? Act a fool. Talking about traps, cops and robbers. It's 911, please call the doctor. Evacuate the building and trick the pigs. Since everybody want a piece, we gon' split your wig. See some fools slipped up and overstepped their boundaries. You about to catch a cold, stay the from around me. Your peeps talking about what kind of see on. You'll disappear like poof. Be gone. You think 12 gon' catch me? Give me a break. I'm supercharged with a hideaway license plate. It seems they wanna fingerprint me and give me some years. They'll only get one finger while I'm shifting gears. I got suede on my roof, wood grain on the dash, sheepskin on the rug, golden grain in the stash. Hydraulics all around, so I shake the ride. We go front, back and side to side. Some punk just tripped up and made you spill your drink. Tell me what you gon' do, act a fool. Now your car just stopped on an empty tank. Boy, what you gon' do, act a fool. If you got late bills and you lost your job, tell me what you gon' do, act a fool. If you about to get drunk and you ready to mob, boy, what you gon' do, act a fool. Let's take it to the streets, cause I'm ready to cruise. Just bought me and my cars all some brand new shoes. And the people just there, so I love to park it. And I just put a computer in the glove compartment. With my pedal to the floor, radar on the grill. TV in the middle of my steering wheel. It's my car's birthday, so we blowing them candles. More speakers in the trunk than my ride can handle. Got my name in the headrest, read it and weep. Nice tank in the back, camel hair on the seat. And when I pull up to the club, I get all the affection. Cause the women love the paint and they can see their reflection. I'm about to take off, so F what you heard. Because my side mirrors flap like a fucking bird. And for the fools, we gon' clock one, then we'll one. Cause my folk riding shotgun with a You just got hustled for a wad of cash, man, what you gon' do? Act a fool! Now your friends just smoked up your brand new stash. Say what you gon' do? Act a fool! Now them girls up the block still running their mouth. Boy, what you gon' do? Act a fool! If anybody talk bad about the dirty South, tell me what I'm gon' do. Act a fool! I got my eyes wide shut and my trunk wide open. Did donuts last week in the street still smoking. See, I'm off the antifreeze and my car is tipsy. On the off-ramp doing about 150. Rolling through East Perron on my way to Ben Hill. Slide a 5 to the junkie to clean my windshield. Got the whole crew riding and we starting. I even got a trailer hitch with a barbecue pit. And now all you wanna do is get drunk and pout. Name is fire cause we stomped you out. And yeah, we trees and bees, that's fantastic. So girls, hold your weed while I'm weaving through traffic. I kick the fifth gear and tear the road apart. You'll be like Lil John Q and get a change of heart. It's one mission, 2 clips, and some triple beams. I'm about to blow this whole up to smithereens. The potholes in the street just bent your rims. Tell me what you gon' do. Act a fool! Man, that ain't sticky, that's sticks and stems. Boy, what you gon' do? Act a fool! Catch your man with another up in your bed, ladies, what you gon' do? Act a